Hey guys, what's up? This is Blaze the movie fan and it's time for another commentary video. This time I will be commentating on Clay Claymore. Now some of you might be saying that it's not a good idea to commentate on Clay Claymore because he is a troll. Well, I can prove to you that he is not a troll. During the Where's the Fair Use situation, Clay Claymore made a very long Tumblr post about Megatube TV's commentary on him and took it very seriously. Now let's be honest here, if he really was a troll, would he make such a long post about the video and take it so seriously? No, of course he wouldn't, because a troll intentionally makes bad videos and doesn't care at all about the reaction. So that right there proves that he isn't a troll. With that out of the way, I'm gonna introduce the video that I'm commentating on. Basically, that kid Douglas, who is someone I respect, made a long video about Clay Claymore. And Clay Claymore didn't take it very well. Also, don't worry, I will bring something new to the table, but most of the new points that I will bring up are points about the kid Douglas instead of Clay Claymore himself, because that kid Douglas is the one I'm defending after all. So, anyway, without further ado, let's dive in. Serious question, how fucking old are you? Because dismissing criticism like that is something an 8-year-old would do, not an adult. So if you are over the age of 20 and still act like that, that's very fucking pathetic. Not only is dismissing criticism and label all people who criticize you as losers very immature, it also shows how much of an egotistical cunt you are. And yes, I called you a cunt, and I'm not taking it back. You insult the people that you're covering all the time by calling them man-children, losers and spurks, so it would only be fair to insult you.
My name is Clay Claymore. My master brought me here on this earth to cure the internet of retardation and bullshit. My master gave me this text box so that I could speak Spurg!
Hey everybody, type in the chat, O3B Good's a stupid Spurg!
Don't you ever dare make a video criticizing me, or I will cry incessantly about your criticism on Twitter.
Actually, that kid Douglas can take criticism, and I can prove it. Back when Megatube TV made a commentary on that kid Douglas, he admitted that he screwed up and even acknowledged the legitimate criticism that Megatube TV gave him. The reason why he didn't take your criticism into consideration is very simple, because your so-called criticism isn't helpful at all. In fact, your criticism is very bad nitpicks.
Piece of advice to my haters. Shitty camera quality, video length over 30 minutes, and looking tired as fuck does not a good video make. More advice for my haters. If you're reading from a script, don't make it fucking obvious. I don't bring anything new to the table, Clay. Really? Really now? Fucking really?
Alright, I will admit that is a valid point, and you do make a few valid points in this video, and I will be skipping the rest of the valid points that you make, as I got nothing to add to those.
This is coming from the guy who has made countless videos on two subjects that are slowly becoming dead topics.
The reason why your videos on the Mysterious Mr. Hunter and All 3 Be Good are getting so many views is because you have a lot of fans who enjoy these videos. But let's be honest here, who outside your fan base still cares about All 3 Be Good or the Mysterious Mr. Hunter? In fact, most of the commentary community has moved on from talking about those two individuals. And nowadays people only talk about those two if they have something new to bring to the table.
And this is coming from the guy who made a video on A-Log, another irrelevant dead topic that was notorious for making videos on Christian back in 2008.
But does it change the fact though that uploading a video on A-Log is extremely fucking pointless? No, it doesn't. And also, I'm sure some other people already beat you to re-uploading those videos. Also, I saw your annotations, and what you did for the most part was to nitpick the video.
And can somebody please tell me the last time A-Log and Christian have been relevant? I'll wait.
The reason why you have a problem with the video being 30 minutes long is very simple. Because you have a low attention span. I mean, come on, it's plainly fucking obvious. And it's totally your fault that you have such low attention span, no one else's.
If your answer was for years, then you would be absolutely correct. Clay, if anything, you're an even more edgy version of the Leafy. The only difference between you and Leafy is the fact that you're even lazier.
In a commentary, if the person you're commenting on talks about something you don't know about, it's very important to either do your research or skip that part of the video. I mean, seriously, doing research is one of the most important aspects of making a commentary. And the fact that you weren't even willing to do research on who Leafy is just proves how fucking lazy you are.
And the fact that you put in even less effort when it comes to producing content, with your insistence with lazy text-based commentary, and you feel in the need to jump into as many drama bandwagons as you can.
Ha! He puts far more effort into his videos than you do. I mean, all you do is to download videos and add text commentaries to them, and it takes no effort at all. How do I know this? Because I add text commentaries to my old videos all the time on my channel called Blaze's Archives. And it takes me less than an hour to add text commentary to a 30-minute long video. Also, that kid Douglas doesn't just start the video and starts talking. He does a lot of research when making his videos. And I can prove this. In his video about animated Disney movies, he gave a lot of useful information and it was all valid. And it's the perfect example of doing a lot of research. You, on the other hand, do no research at all. In fact, you just download the video that you want to commentate on and add text to it immediately. How do I know this? Well, because it's very fucking obvious because of how awful a lot of your arguments are.
And as for me supposedly using scripts to do these rants, well, yep, you totally got me, Clay. This is the script. This is the script right here that I use to write my rants. You totally got me. I write a script. It totally sounds completely natural now, doesn't it? You are such a detective, Clay. You really got me. Nothing gets past you.
I fucking get it. You think he drags out his points for too long. Repeating a point is one of the worst things you can do in a commentary. Because it gets very fucking redundant. Or, in this case, very fucking annoying. I'll be skipping the rest of the times you say that, so my commentary won't be as redundant as yours.
I don't know where you ever got the idea that I write scripts for these rants, but I'm gonna make it abundantly clear. I don't write a script for these rants. In fact, I don't write scripts for the majority of the videos on my channel. Even though, yes, the script that you just saw is for my upcoming video on Disney animation, and yes, the top 10 YouTube controversies of 2016 will also be scripted, the majority of my channel's output is and will continue to be unscripted, as that's what I just personally prefer. And even if I did use a script, how does that detract from the overall points that I'm making? How does that make my videos somehow less inferior?
Who fucking cares? That's such a minuscule thing to complain about.
You do realize that the majority of commentators and even some ranters use scripts for their videos? Here's the thing, just because somebody uses a script for their videos does not make them inferior, and it also doesn't make them superior. Just like how you and me preferring to do our videos unscripted does not make us superior or inferior. No one method is better than the other. People just prefer one or the other. And if this were a scripted video, if I really did script my rants, it would sound practically perfect. I don't know if you've watched any of my videos, but I tend to stutter sometimes. I mispronounce words. I make mistakes. There are sometimes long, awkward pauses, and all sorts of other mishaps. Those are not the hallmarks of...
He didn't miss your point, he debunked your point. You said that he shouldn't make it look like he's reading off a script, which implies that he was reading off a script, and he just proved to you that he doesn't use scripts in his videos. Also, did it ever occur to you that maybe the reason he looks that way at the camera is because he can't help it? Of course, that's just a speculation, but I have a damn good reason to make that speculation. The way I look in the camera is something that I can't help. Trust me, I tried. To change that, but I can't.
You're one of the laziest content creators on the internet. Not just in the commentary community, but on the entire freaking internet.
And how does an example of another type of lazy videos debunk his point that you are lazy? Oh wait, it doesn't. In fact, his point is still valid. You are a lazy cunt.
I mean, your ego is so overinflated that I'm surprised you haven't become the next Kanye West already. And the difference between you and Kanye West is that even though Kanye West is an extremely egotistical person, I don't think anyone's going to disagree with that fact, he at least has made good content that the vast majority of the populace enjoys.
He might have changed the subject, but he is not rambling on about nothing. He is giving a very valid point, and his comparison between you and Kanye West is very reasonable. I mean, seriously, how about you actually pay attention to the points that he's making instead of focusing on how fucking long the video is? Oh boy, more nitpicking. If you have to nitpick to make a point, that just goes to show that you don't have many legitimate issues with the video to begin with.
Clay has garnered a pretty notorious reputation for being obsessed with man-children. I'm not joking, he is literally obsessed with man-children. And if you don't believe me, well, I've got the evidence to prove it. So take note, ranters and commentators, if you ever want to make a video about Clay Claymore, this one's for free. This is pretty much what most of his Twitter page consists of, just complaining about these so-called man-children constantly, and documenting every little single thing that they do. It doesn't matter if it's O3B good.
Your irony is fucking hilarious. You, out of all people, get to judge how much of a man-child someone is. Also, let me break something to you. Liking cartoons does not make one a man-child, and thinking otherwise is extremely fucking moronic. The rest of the clips in this video are clips that I made days ago, but I decided to make this clip just now. On a recent commentary Kirby Star Warrior made on me, he criticized me for not showing any evidence for my claims. And even though I have shown shit ton of evidence for many of my claims in this video, I'm gonna show you yet another one. MacBoy Redux's video proves that Clay Claymore does generalize all animation fans as man-children. But you know what does make someone a man-child? Acting immature, embarrassing oneself, and not being able to take criticism well. And most of those things apply to you. The mysterious Mr. Enter and O3B Good are man-children. I am not denying that. But I would say that you're even worse than those two individuals. Because at least they aren't anywhere as egotistical as you are.
The mysterious Mr. Enter or RMG Productions. I bet if they sneezed or took a shit, Clay would tweet about it. If you want a deeper sense of how obsessed with these man-children he is, just go onto his Twitter page. It is loaded with tweets that are exactly like this.
So at the top of being an egotistical cunt, you're also an attention whore. That's good to know. Seriously, saying stuff like, oh, thanks for the views, is very fucking immature and just makes you look bad.
I'm gonna focus on Clay's obsession with O3B Good specifically.
You just lied to your audience. Way to go. If you actually watched that Kid Douglas's original video, you would see that those 7 minutes that you're talking about are not rambling on about nothing. In fact, he makes a lot of valid points about your videos on O3B Good. The nitpicks were bad enough, but if you have to lie in order to make a point, that really destroys your credibility.
I might just do a vid on Philip DeFranco, remembers WMAR video. So, I might just do a vid on Philip DeFranco.
And frankly, I'm glad you didn't make that video, because it would probably turn out as bad, if not worse, than your commentary on the Nostalgia Critic.
Social justice warriors are notorious for railing on other people for complaining about things that they themselves know are problems. Yet, when they get hit by those same problems, they like to play the victim card and get everybody to feel sorry for them. Now, that tweet I just showcased was from Philip DeFranco, who got one of his videos demonetized because he covered the whole.
It's very simple. You criticize and insult others all the time. Yet when someone does the same to you, you get very offended by that. And this video is the perfect proof on what I'm talking about. I mean, seriously, man, you got offended by the simple fact that the kid Douglas criticized you.
SJW Lyft driver thing. And according to the legend, Clay Claymore himself, Philip DeFranco is a douchebag. He has no right to speak out about things that are directly affecting his livelihood and business because he's a YouTube star and he has plenty of money. And apparently, according to this genius, having money totally exonerates you from having problems. What a ridiculously stupid thing to say. That's like saying the car.
So, you wanna punch Sexy Phil in the face simply because you disagree with him? That's very fucking sick. And it just goes to show how much of a fucking cunt you are.
Kardashians don't have problems because they're rich and famous and have plenty of money. And that's like saying anybody on planet Earth that has money doesn't have the right to complain about things because they have money. And when you have money, you don't have the right to complain about things because money totally exonerates you from having problems.
But what if it wasn't supposed to be funny? I mean, it is pretty obvious to me that this was a serious reaction.
That is so stupid that it defies any sort of logical comprehension.
Shut up and get to the point!
No, you didn't. You really fucking did it. Especially since your excuse on using that clip is to just repeat that point that you have been saying throughout the video. Look, this is 2016. Nobody uses media clips in their commentaries anymore. In fact, people haven't been doing that for fucking years. And your lame excuse for using that media clip doesn't help your case either.
Now, to be fair, I know people like Bruce Snoop and Kablam are nowhere near as bad as Clay, but the fact that they have the exact same mentality as him is not only incredibly toxic, but it's just backwards as hell.
This is coming from the same guy who generalizes all the time. You generalize everyone who criticizes you as haters And in a way, you are right. Some of the people who criticize you are haters. I should know because I am one of these people. And you also generalize all people who enjoy cartoons as men children, which I already debunked earlier on in this video. When you make bad generalizations all the time, don't be surprised when people do the same to you or your friends. Now it's time for my overall thoughts. I will be honest, this isn't the worst video you have made, Clay. Your ignorant video on where's the fair use movement is far, far worse. But unfortunately this video isn't much better. My main issue with it is that you bitched about the video being too long instead of focusing on his points. And focusing on someone's points is one of the most important things of a commentary. Now I'm gonna end this video by giving you some advice. I know that you're probably not gonna listen, but I am gonna try anyway. Drop your fucking ego. I mean seriously, just fucking drop it. Being egotistical is one of the worst things you can be. And again, if you're over the age of 20, there is absolutely no fucking excuse for acting the way you do. Well guys, that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you for watching and have a great day.